Have you ever had that strange feeling? You're talking about something with a friend, and just minutes later, an ad for that exact thing pops up on your phone. Coincidence? Maybe, but what if it's something more? What if it's a sign that you're not just being watched, but that your next move is already being predicted? Let's start with a simple idea that might sound a little scary at first. You are not the customer of most of the free apps and websites you use. You are the product being sold. Every single time you click like, share a photo, search for a recipe, or even just pause to look at something in your feed, you're creating a tiny breadcrumb. A single breadcrumb is meaningless, but billions of them, collected every second from millions of people, create a detailed map of who you are. This isn't just about your favorite color or the kind of movies you enjoy. This is about your habits, your fears, your desires, your political leanings, and even your insecurities. Think about it. Your phone knows where you are right now. It knows where you live, where you work, where you go for coffee. Your search history knows what you're curious about, what health concerns you have, and what you're dreaming of buying. Your purchase history on e-commerce sites knows your budget, your brand preferences, and the size of your clothes. Each piece of data is logged, categorized, and stored. Why? The simple answer is for advertising. Companies pay a fortune to get their products in front of the people most likely to buy them. If a company that sells running shoes knows you've been searching for marathon training plans, they can target you with ads. That seems harmless enough, right? A bit creepy, maybe, but convenient. But this goes much deeper than just selling you a pair of shoes. When these data points are combined, they create what we call a digital twin or a data avatar of you. This isn't a person, but a highly accurate predictive model of your behavior. This model can predict, with startling accuracy, what you'll do next, what you'll buy, what news articles you'll click on, what videos you'll watch, and even how you might vote in an election. The companies that own this data aren't just selling you products, they're selling the ability to influence your decisions. The more data they have, the more accurately they can predict your behavior. And the more accurately they can predict your behavior, the more effectively they can steer it. Let's put this into perspective. A 2023 tech industry report declared that data has officially surpassed oil as the world's most valuable resource. This isn't an exaggeration. Oil powers our cars and our industries, but data has the potential to power our decisions and shape our societies. A staggering 93% of all internet traffic is tracked by corporations. Let that sink in. Almost everything you do online is being monitored. Those free apps on your phone, the fun quiz you took, the game you play to pass the time, the social media platform you use to connect with friends, they aren't free. You're paying for them with your personal information. They are, in essence, sophisticated surveillance tools disguised as convenient services. We've been led to believe that the internet is a vast, open spacer, digital frontier, where information and connection are free for all. But in reality, it's becoming more like a beautifully designed garden with invisible fences. You're free to roam within the walls, but every step you take is monitored, every flower you smell is recorded, and the path you're encouraged to walk down is meticulously designed by the gardener. The goal is to keep you inside, engaged, and predictable. Think about the content you see, the videos recommended to you, the news articles that appear in your feed. They're not random. They are selected by algorithms designed to do one thing: keep your attention for as long as possible. And what's the best way to keep your attention? By showing you things that trigger a strong emotional response. Often, that means content that confirms your existing beliefs, whether they are positive or negative. This creates an echo chamber, or a filter bubble. You're shown a version of the world that aligns perfectly with what you already think, making it harder and harder to understand different perspectives. Over time, this can subtly influence your worldview, making you more polarized and less open to dialogue. You think you're forming your own opinions, but the information you're rebasing them on has been carefully curated to guide you toward a specific conclusion. This isn't some far-off dystopian future. It's the reality of the digital age we live in right now. The power to influence thought and behavior on a mass scale is no longer limited to governments or traditional media. It errs in the hands of a few tech giants whose business model depends on knowing you better than you know yourself. They don't need chains to control people anymore. They have algorithms. Your data profile is a new kind of chain, one that subtly guides your choices, shapes your opinions, and limits your exposure to new ideas without you ever feeling the pull. So, what can we do? It can feel overwhelming, like we're fighting a giant that's too big to see. But the first and most powerful step is awareness. Understanding the bargain you're making when you use a free service is crucial. Start questioning. Before you download a new app, check the permissions it's asking for. Does a simple photo editing app really need access to your contacts and your location? Probably not. Take a few minutes to go through the privacy settings on your social media accounts and your phone. You'd be surprised how much you can limit the data being collected. Consider using tools that prioritize your privacy. There are search engines that don't track your searches, web browsers that block trackers, and messaging apps that use end-to-end encryption. These alternatives are growing in popularity as more people wake up to the reality of digital surveillance. Paying for a service is often a good sign. When you pay for a product, you are the customer. When the product is free, you are the product. This isn't about deleting all your accounts and going to live in a cabin in the woods, though that does sound nice sometimes. It's about reclaiming a bit of our digital autonomy. It's about making conscious choices. It's about understanding that our attention and our data are incredibly valuable, and we shouldn't give them away for free without a second thought. The digital world has given us incredible tools for connection, learning, and entertainment. But this convenience has come at a cost we are only now beginning to understand. The battle for the future isn't just about technology. It's about freedom. The freedom to think for ourselves, to make our own choices without being manipulated, and to have a private life, even in a digital world. Your freedom is not determined by what you're allowed to see, but by what is hidden from you, and what is done with your information without your knowledge. By becoming more mindful and protective of our digital selves, we can begin to push back and ensure that technology serves us, not the other way around. Thank you so much for watching. If this video made you think, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with someone who might find it valuable. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content that challenges the way we see the world. Stay curious, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next one.